Welcome, I'm Dr. Rex Gatto. Today I would like to share some thoughts about a problem that we have within the workplace. And that problem is bullying. I'd like to define for you what bullying is and then go through some of the statistics that actually are hurting the workplace, and then a couple of ideas to cope with bullies in the workplace and hopefully address the problem. So, begin with, what is bullying? Bullying actually refers to repeated and unreasonable actions that individuals take towards someone else. It is repeated action. It's unreasonable action. So if somebody happens to make a comment, a one-time comment, that's not bullying. Bullying really refers to that ongoing, repeated, unreasonable action that someone takes toward another person. Could be an employee, could even be a boss. Sometimes employees do bully bosses. And the idea or the outcome of that repeated action is intimidation, or someone feels degraded or humiliated. And this really creates an unsafe workplace. A lot of times when we think about safety in the workplace, we focus on physical safety. Bullying really needs to be addressed because of the emotional safety of people as well. So workplace bullying and harassment really can be defined as unwanted or unwarranted behavior by someone that is offensive, intimidating, humiliating, and that it's repeated, and it really has a detrimental effect on other people, whether it is physical or emotional. You know, it's estimated that roughly 14 million people are bullied in the workplace. If you stop to think about that, 14 million people, and there are a lot more people who actually experience bullying in the workplace. What I mean by that is that they actually watch those 14 million people being bullied. What's the psychological outcome of that, or the significant health issues based on that? Well, stress. And stress in the workplace, we know, certainly hurts productivity and efficiency. Psychological injury, such as I keep thinking about it, I worry about going to work, I'm worried about doing something with that person who bullies others. And there are some very hurtful outcomes for that. People have to take medication, they're in counseling, or they feel so injured that they can't even return to work. And in some cases, employees feel stuck. So, what is it that we need to do really around bullying? Not allow bullying, and somebody can feel that they are so injured that they can have a major problem within the workplace. What happens to people who are bullied? Well, there's statistics on that. Roughly 28% quit. 25% are fired. It must be something wrong with you if you are bullied. Another 25% are forced out. Now, if you add those up, 78% of the people who are bullied quit, are fired, or forced out. Ladies and gentlemen, when someone leaves, it's very costly to have that person replaced. You all know that. We also know that that culture of bullying really cannot be tolerated. I wanted to make a case of why we need to really address bullying in the workplace. So, what can we do about it? What are a few things that you can take from this very brief presentation and go back and make a positive impact in your workplace? One, set a limit of tolerance. This is what we will accept. Ethical behavior, appropriate behavior. Conduct training programs. Have people really address the problem of bullying within the workplace. Have people go through that training. Have them sign off on it, that they did attend the training on bullying. Identify very clearly the behaviors of a bully. There are tools to really stop bullying, mechanisms. A place that this can be reported. Document bullying behavior. Collect evidence. Identify what that person is doing and when they do it. When you look at the Society for Human Resource Management policy, and sometimes that's referred to as SHRM, S-H-R-M, Society for Human Resource Management. They have a policy, and that policy can be utilized by your HR person. And there are 4 parts to it. Verbal bullying, slander, ridicule, making fun of the person, calling the person names. Again, that is repeated and persistent. Physical bullying, pushing, shoving, threatening, physical assault, physical bullying. Gesture bullying, nonverbal threats, glances, rolling of the eyes, the continual, mocking through those gestures. And exclusion. A lot of times people don't think about exclusion, but totally avoiding the person, not responding to the person, and not interacting with the person in any way. Let me go back through those 4, again, through the SHRM, S-H-R-M, Society for Human Resource Management policy. Verbal bullying, physical bullying, gesture bullying, and exclusion. So, what can an organization do? An organization can create a 0 tolerance for anti-bullying. Write it up. You have the SHRM that I just went through as a template. Bullying behavior needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed immediately because it is harassment. Complaints about bullying need to be taken. Bosses need to be open and keep their finger on the pulse. If one employee is bullying another, they need to know. They need to address it. Put out questionnaires, put out surveys, and ask employees about the interaction within your organization. Empower employees to really address the question of bullying. Create that awareness so people know what to do if they see these behaviors. Management needs to be involved on every level. That's what organizations can do. What can employees do? Recognize bullies. Recognize the behavior of bullies. Realize that a bully needs to be addressed. It is a problem, and it affects everyone in the organization. We must address the idea of bullying because it really takes away from productivity, efficiency, quality, and the quality of work life, which we want. We want work-life balance, but we want a safe work-life balance, and that's why it needs to be addressed. Individually, I'm going to give some suggestions. Of course, as a mental health professional, I'm going to give some suggestions for you to cope. Number 1, relax. Get back on balance. Get back to who you are. Bullies have power because they can keep you off balance. Get back on balance. Minimize the impact by keeping a journal. I'm sure you've heard a lot of psychologists say, write down your thoughts, but believe me, it will help. Write down your thoughts. Detail what happened, what went on, what you saw, what your thoughts were, what is an outcome, any action that you could take. You can be in control by taking appropriate action. Don't emotionally react. Stop and rationalize and think through this very clearly. Some cases, a bully can be helped. Stay focused, organized, document, talk to people, and outline your thoughts. But more importantly, stay balanced, stay relaxed and calm. Don't blame yourself. Don't think like a victim. Think of the power within yourself to stand up and get on balance. Take appropriate action for yourself. I hope my thoughts on bullying have helped you today. Best of luck.